River and Power and a wee flat in the West End.
Hello and welcome into this Monday's edition of Movie News here at MBE. We'd just like to thank you once again for joining us here on our YouTube channel and of course our Twitch stream. I'm one of your co-hosts, Stephen John McLaughlin. Our other co-host, it's John C. Walsh, the man
Rab Carlisle
at the cockpit, pressing all his buttons and making things happen. How you doing, John?
I'm doing brilliant, Stephen. Yes, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we've also
been better.
Yeah, we've obviously finished our Triple R watch along reaction. Still 2 more episodes of that to go out, 2 parts I should say, to go out of that.
Incredible.
Which is coming up very shortly, and of course Obi-Wan episode 5 when it comes as well. We'll give our thoughts on that as well.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Apart from that, we don't really know what we're doing next. We've discussed it, but we've not confirmed anything yet. But I think we're swaying one way. But we'll announce that very shortly, what we're going to be doing next in terms of that. But for tonight and tomorrow night, and possibly Wednesday night for the first time in a long time, we will be doing movie news, and it will be live until John's PC decides it doesn't want to play.
Well, so, for now, it's fine. There has been no gremlins. Well, there was one gremlin in the sort of works yesterday. But
it was the one with spiky mohawk. Spike, I think it's called. It's
not happened since, Stephen, so I'm sincerely hope that we can get through this.
So
the fan is not whirring.
No.
It is a very expensive PC that I possess, but it has been a right pain in the arse. Arse.
Yeah.
The last few days.
So we'll play it safe. We'll do one topic as per when I'm on, because I'm a lazy shit. But it's all about Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie.
Easy for you to say, Steve.
And I know you've had problems in the past. John, you introduced me to this director and you used to roll off a tongue, but for some reason there was an episode.
That one night, I think I had a mini stroke. Yeah.
I couldn't
say his name.
I was sitting home pissing myself.
What was it calling him? Tacky Waititi.
Yeah. Have you ever tried those crisp Takis? Oh, they're absolutely outstanding, man, telling you.
Yeah.
My daughter gets them all the time and they are nippy as hell. That's spicy, by the way, in Scotland.
Yes.
But yeah,
nippy can also mean that you have a bit of nip to you.
Yeah.
You're well up for it.
Yeah.
She's a nippy sweetie.
A bit of... I know you thought about it.
She will kick you right in the balls.
Yeah.
That translates to...
But we're talking about obviously his Star Wars movie and its release date plans. Apparently they're now in doubt after a script update. Now this is coming in from Denner Geek. This is where we're getting this from, John. But the actual quote is not from them. I think it's came from Screen Rant. I think this is Waititi was saying, "I'm still writing," while promoting his voice role in the Toy Story spin-off Lightyear. Can't wait to see that film, John. I'm still coming up with the ideas and storylines, and I just want to make sure that it feels like a Star Wars film, because I could say, oh yeah, we'll just write any old thing and set it in space and then put Star Wars on the front.
Like that. That sounds like Mel Brooks' Spaceballs.
He would probably get away with it as well.
That'll help.
But it wouldn't be a Star Wars film without certain elements and certain treatment. So I've just got to make sure that it stays within that wheelhouse. In other words, Waititi and Wilson Cairns are still figuring out a few things about their script, making a potential late 2023 release date sound more than a bit ambitious.
Could
John, we're halfway through 2022. I've not even wrote anything yet, so I don't know. Lucasfilm has yet to even announce a title for the film or any its castings, the latter of which is a process that could take, it's an idea just now, take months, especially for a project as massive as the first Star Wars film to hit theatres since the end of the... I don't want to say this. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to call it Episode 9. I'm not calling it the fucking Skywalker Saga. It's not bad.
I'm glad you're supposed, Stephen. I have to stop swearing.
Yeah.
I'm
I think your demographics for movie news is slightly different, John. It's more of a Western thing. I'm going to have to say something, though. I wish Mike would come in when I'm on, because people will start thinking I'm Mike. Because he only comes on when you're on, John, but unless he doesn't like me. Fair dues.
Maybe.
Yeah, just tell me to my face, Mike, But anyway, John, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think that 2023, the end of 2023, is a possibility for a new Star Wars film?
Stephen, it's always a possibility. It's Taika Waititi we're talking about here. Having said that, I'm going to probably contradict myself in a couple of minutes, but that happens anyway. That's the perks of potentially having a spartame-riddled brain tissue, which causes early onset dementia in one's 30s. And I am just tipping into the 30s, I have to stress, still in my early 30s. I'm a young man. Fuck you, Lemmy. Did you watch Lemmy today, Stephen?
I didn't know. I've not seen him in a while, actually.
Someone called him out for being a boarding Gen X with boarding Gen X patter.
I don't think
he put him in the spotlight. The man was 33. He went after him. I was most displeased. I'm still a young man, but I digress. I may contradict myself in a couple of minutes. It's always possible, Stephen. We're in June 2022 just now. You wouldn't think we're in June 2022 here.
John,
you'd think we're in January.
Look at my eyes. I look like a Sith Lord. I think
you do. You look like Hayden.
I think it's that hair that's went into my eyes. Obviously, I've just had a haircut, so
you look like Hayden in that episode 3 of Obi-Wan. Not Hayden in the Bacta tank, not Hayden in the Darth suit.
Do you mean when he's standing out in the desert?
When he's standing out in the desert and he tips back a bit and looks round, he looks very unhappy, but he looks like a Sith Lord who's been on a fucking bender.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of Jaeger bombs and a lot of vodka. Very red around the eyes.
Yeah.
But Stephen, is it possible? It's always possible to make a movie, a script, a treatment, when you have two great minds colliding. Taika Waititi, Kirsty Wilson-Cairns, I think it is. Two great minds, two established writers. Taika has, I believe, wrote all of his movies, and he has already assembled an impressive catalogue of movies. You combine that with also Kirsty Wilson-Cairns. I only really remember her for her work on 1917 with Sam Mendes.
Yep.
She came up with the Camembert cheese thing. She put that into existence.
I think as well, she probably recommended the location down the
docks,
River Clyde as well.
In Glasgow.
Because she's obviously well versed in that area.
Hello, Nish Rash.
Hi there.
Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. So Stephen, it's possible. They can brainstorm, they can come up with something. Those two minds can what I was about to say, melt. I don't know. Mesh. Yeah. That's probably the best word. And it's possible we could get a script produced in the next month, 2 months. That's taking you into August?
Yeah.
You get the pre-production, the casting done for the end of the year. You start production. Movie could be wrapped by March next year. That's giving you 6 months, 5 months of post. It could come out, absolutely. We've seen movies, Star Wars movies, no less.
As long as a certain president doesn't put their nose in.
Yeah, no.
That's when things get held up.
You do not interfere in Taika's process. You don't.
John, I think
he's got enough respect at Disney as well.
Possibly a Jon Favreau appointment as well.
I wish they were all Jon Favreau appointments. John knows how to do everything.
John, I think one day they will be, but at the moment, the things that were concerning me about it, I don't know if I don't think concern is the right word here, because I trust the man with the franchise, but he does have a certain style. He does have a certain
it's almost Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel's a bit more flexible in terms of standalone films. I think they don't really have to relate to anything that they've already done, whereas in Star Wars, they've yet to step out of that saga and the film, platform. They've yet to step outside a time period of 60, 70 years. I think
that's why they're doing the it's not the Old Republic.
No, the High Republic. The High Republic, yeah.
They're trying to step out.
So when it comes to Taika Waititi doing one, I don't mind them doing one that's not going to be connected in any sense to anything we've seen before. We're going to have to get used to that at some point anyway, because they can't keep clinging onto the coattails of the original trilogy. The television shows are already doing that, and eventually they're just filling in blanks really at the moment. Eventually they will obviously spread their wings a bit further, but I think, John, in terms of Taika Waititi, I'm glad he does say it wouldn't be a Star Wars film without certain elements and a certain treatment, so I've just got to make sure that it stays within that wheelhouse. That's just more, I think, aesthetics and stuff like that, where you've got your...
It has to have the feel as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's got to be the locations have got to feel like lived in, and they've got to look dirty and all that kind of thing, And I think if you've got that, I mean,
a different part of the galaxy.
I don't want them referencing things that we've already seen. This is the problem with Star Wars at the moment, where they're shrinking the universe, or shrinking the galaxy, I should say. And I want something. That's going to have certain elements and certain treatment, but I want them to do something fresh as well.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these ones that said, Rian Johnson, he's going to do something fresh, he's going to do something different, and then he does a certain thing, and then I moan about it because doesn't feel like Star Wars. I'm not one of them.
I still like Force FaceTiming.
John, there was a lot of things in that film I did like.
There was a lot of The movie The Rise of Skywalker was a travesty of a movie. Make no mistake about it, a travesty.
Somehow he's come back.
I went down a rabbit hole with John Boyega. He was asked to, him and the cast of The Rise of Skywalker were asked to convey their thoughts on the movie's ending without saying a word.
And
Daniels was the best. He just sat like that.
I remember Tony Daniels.
And he incurred the wrath of the fan base by saying Anakin was a more powerful Jedi than Rey as well. How you incurred the wrath of anybody making that statement? This was motherfucking chosen one. It's true. You were right, John. But where was I going with it? That aside, man, the travesty of a movie. Forced FaceTiming sequence in Rise of Skywalker was epic with Rey and Kylo. The sort of ship, the snow planet. That concept, I'd like to see that be expanded out. That's something that Ryan has gave us in Star Wars that we can expand upon.
Talking about Rian Johnson, John, just a brief thing. I was going to make it just the topic. I see that I can't remember what it's called again. The detective.
Benoit Blanc.
The actual
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, what's the film called?
Lights Out.
Well, it's got a title now.
Has it?
It's called Glass Onion.
Is it?
That's what I call it. Yeah,
Beals,
yeah. So there you go.
I like that, Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan, I've just went full circle. I always liked Ryan anyway. Look, I did.
Yeah. As an independent filmmaker, John,
great,
you don't really get many people that's much better than him.
Stephen, we've got Rajarshi Sakar and he says you guys, and he's speculated you with a capital, so he's shouting you. Yeah, I presume you're shouting. Should cover The Boys TV show. Stephen, I completely agree with this, man. We should cover The Boys. It would be a slightly fake reaction from me. The first season, I've seen season 1.
I've not seen any yet,
so I would be going over it and retreading season 1, but I would put that as a discllaimer that I've already seen season 1.
A lot of the community have actually said we know that he's reviewed Bahubali 1 and 2, but we'd like to see his react to it now. I would do the same probably for Master as well.
Yeah,
I've only seen it once, and it was when it came out, and I kind of forget most of it. It's Master just like sort of bullet points I can remember.
But The Boys is fantastic.
Yeah, The Boys. Yeah, John, we did the trailer reaction for that.
I've somehow never went back to it. I need to get back. We've got 2 more seasons, I believe.
Yeah,
we did do the trailer. Homelander, I think that's the name of the guy.
Carol Urban. Yeah.
Oh, he's the superhero hating guy.
Right. Okay.
I think it's Homelander. I think it is Bond, the haired guy. He's brilliant. He's like an evil Superman meets sort of Captain America. Great.
John, what do you think you're going to get from Waititi in Star Wars? Do you think you're going to get Taika Waititi trademark humour in this? Yeah. Do you think it will... Well, my next question is going to be, do you think it will fit into the Star Wars sort of brand?
I think it will, because he's an intelligent enough director, Stephen, that he will be able to incorporate it. He'll neuter it where required. He'll give us Star Wars... the man is intelligent. He knows what he's doing. He's a great filmmaker. He's got his trademark humour, but he's also just a funny man in general. He understands cinema. Mm-hmm. He understands humour befitting. He's a Star Wars fan.
Yep.
He will get it. He will know which humour to imbue the movie with.
My next question, John, is, and I know that obviously only Taika Waititi will know the answer to this, but I'm going to try it anyway. Where do you start? Where do you start writing? What's the process of writing a brand new, fresh Star Wars movie that it's not going to have any connection to the past? It's going to be something new, with new characters, new locations, new storylines, set probably in the distant future or the past, I don't know. But it's not going to have that connection to the Skywalker saga.
Where'd you start, man? I tell you, I'd love to see Taika doing an Outer Rim, unexplored
Western
region.
Sort of theme.
Unexplored. There's a whole region of the Star Wars galaxy that is unexplored. In canon. No one goes there. You don't know what's hiding there. Could be all manner of colourful characters, colourful locations. I don't want to see us going back to Tatooine again.
No.
If they're enough Tatooine. Go to colourful planets. What made Star Wars great for me growing up was seeing Tatooine for the first time, but it was fresh.
John, it was
seeing Hoth, Dagobah.
I always credit the peoples for was its locations.
Yeah,
they expanded out. Yeah, Geonosis,
Camino.
Yeah. Camino was fantastic. Yeah,
all these different Naboo, the different sort of size of Naboo. You had the underworld, Gungan City.
That's right. Yeah,
I mean it was terribly animated for today's standards.
Give you a general idea of what it would have been like, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but seeing all these different planets, that's what Star Wars is all about for me. New colourful characters, new lightsaber designs, new weapons, new sort of guns, everything, ships, pod racing, these sort of swooper gang, biker gang things. colourful characters. We don't always have to be Jedi Force users.
Well,
it
this
can
is
be
the other thing I was going to ask,
scoundrels.
John. Do you think he'll stay away from that thing, the whole religious side of Star Wars?
I'd love to see him do it, Stephen.
Yeah.
I'd love to. This guy is the perfect guy to come in and do a sort of monster movie. Not a monster movie, but like a sort of Gremlins meets Star Wars type thing, where it's like it's not your conventional Star Wars cast.
It's one
You
thing
think
I
of what we did in the shadows.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
This guy
It was
knows
one
how to
of the
take
things
oddballs.
I always accuse Lucasfilm of doing it when they, Disney I should say, when they obviously acquired the rights to Star Wars, was that they wanted to play it safe for the first few films and have that connection to the old Star Wars. So I understood why they did episodes 7, 8 and 9. In hindsight, we didn't really need that. If they were brave enough, they would have done what they're doing now with Taika Waititi and directors like him, you know, and taking the Star Wars brand into a different direction.
I think what they wanted to do as well, though, Stephen, sorry for interrupting you.
No.
With the sequel was expand on that world, give us the next era.
Yeah.
Because with the prequel era, with the Trade Federation, the droids, sort of Republic commandos, the Jedi in their absolute heyday, full of hubris, Sith and recession. Then with the original trilogy, it was a galactic sort of conquest, rebellion, empire, Jedi, flip-flopping, yin to yang from the prequels, grimy. Then with the sequels, they wanted to create their own era and expand the stories, different projects, mediums out from that. I think that was the rationale. Use the original characters, the Skywalker saga, as a springboard, a foundation to build upon. But it never worked.
No.
Because the trilogy was a disaster.
Yeah.
They misused the original characters for me. They made the new characters 2D, caricaturish, and just face no adversity.
Yeah.
And the generations didn't connect with them. Multiple generations didn't connect. Well, some people did, but it was the sort of fucking crackpot weirdos on social media.
I think Lucasfilm, what they saw in Taika Waititi as well, what he did with the Thor brand, and rejigged it. Yeah. He brought new life into that character and his arc, because it was a dying a death. That middle film, normally middle films are actually quite good. Normally that's the best one out of the three. But at the moment, obviously, it's going to be a fourth film with Love and Thunder. But I think they've seen that. I think they've seen what he can do. And I think that's what Star Wars needs. The films need that. I think they need someone that's brave enough and bold enough that's going to take the franchise in a different direction, the cinematic side of things. And I think he is the man to do it.
He is. Look, hi, Harry. Incidentally, Harry Krish. It reminds me of George Harrison, Harry Krishna. Hi, welcome in. In regards to the songs, I'm sure, look, if you recommend them in the comments, we'll have a look. We've done a load, but there's got to be ones we haven't done, so recommend them in the comments and we'll certainly have a look at them and potentially react. And if they do get blocked, we can always put them on Patreon, although that's kind of forcing people to go on Patreon, but it's probably not ideal, but hey ho. But Stephen, I agree with you, man. I was actually going to ask you that question there. You touched upon it. With him potentially rejigging 4, was that something that Lucasfilm looked at and thought we can use that for Star Wars? Do you think that's why they are persisting with this potential release schedule and they want him to be the first movie post Rise of Skywalker? Do you think that's why they're doing it? They're positioning him as a sort of J.J. Abrams Mark II.
Oh jeez,
he's better than JJ.
Yeah.
He's a better man than JJ.
Yeah.
He's 6'2". He's a bigger man than JJ. He's better dressed than JJ.
He's a braver man.
He's got
well.
better haircut than JJ. He's got a better stubble than JJ. He's got better style than JJ. Everything. He's better than JJ.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. JJ came in. He gave us an alright movie in The Force Awakens. It did give us a new era that ended badly.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why they're doing it? They're positioning him as the first movie instead of a Patty Jenkins.
Yep.
With Rogue Squadron. That doesn't feel like the next Star Wars movie to me, a Rogue Squadron movie.
Well, there's a lot of rejigging with that schedule as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the next one coming out. But I think you could be right there, John. That could be the answer's actually in that article. Well, they're trying to get a release for the end of 2023, probably Christmas 2023. They're looking at then.
Avoids Avatar, doesn't it? Then
does it by a year? Is it? I don't know. Is Avatar this Christmas?
Avatar's this Christmas, but there's another one.
Right. Okay.
There's 2 sequels shot back to back, I'm sure. 2 and 3.
I mean, Star Wars generally is a May or a December release, so
I don't
know.
It'll touch me again.
No, not after Solo.
No.
Unfortunately, it wasn't this film's
that's
fault.
Marvel ground now.
Yeah. I don't know where they'll fit it in then, John. But realistically, if someone's going to do it, it will be Taika Waititi, I suppose. I think. I don't know the guy. I don't know his work. I don't know his work ethic or his process.
Well, I was going to get into that as well. The contradiction.
Yeah, I mean, can he pen a film in record time? I don't know. Is there going to be studio interference? That's the other thing.
I hope not. You can't bring a Taika Waititi in and then interfere. This isn't Lord and Miller. This isn't Gareth Edwards.
Yeah.
You bring in a Tony Gilroy to save the day. This is Taika Waititi. This is an Oscar-winning screenwriter.
Yep.
He won for Jojo Rabbit. You don't mess with that guy. You bring him in.
You want him on your side, yeah.
Yeah, he does the work. He's got a relationship with Disney now and Kevin Feige. I presume Bob Chapek and all of those people, the executives. You don't piss him off, man. That would be ridiculous from Kathleen Kennedy. And again, it'd be another black mark against her name in her tenure as Lucasfilm president, where she makes the wrong choice. She doesn't agree with it, so she scuppers the entire production. That'd be a disaster, Stephen. But two things I was going to ask. The setting, you could do everything I've suggested, maybe a new era, new worlds, new characters in the High Republic. You could go back 500 years and do it all there, and it's a prequel, and that gives them the freedom. It could be Jedi, it could be everything.
Yeah.
But the other question I was going to ask Stephen briefly, he always seems to have a great cameo in his movies. You think of Korg in 4. I think he played a vampire in What We Did in the Shadows. I need to go back and watch that movie. It's been too fucking long.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he did. He played like a Dracula, kind of a Mind the Fangs. Do you think we could see him being like a great side character, akin to like an Alan Tudyk K2SO?
I think it'll be, I think mocap. I think that will probably be the road that he goes down if he is going to make any kind of appearances. I don't think. We saw it with that Korg, was it?
And then obviously Hitler and Jojo.
Yeah, I mean, standout performance. But you're absolutely right, John. I think he will. I think at some point he likes to get involved. He likes to keep his hand in. A lot of directors are like that. Tarantino's like that. He likes to pop up every now and again and play some slime ball or something like that. Some creep, somebody that's obsessed with feet.
Was that Salma or was that Penelope?
It might have been Uma. I don't know. I think it was probably them all.
What was it? I'm thinking the Robert Rodriguez one, the vampire one.
Yeah, Till Dusk Till Dawn, with George Clooney.
Was that Penelope or Salma? I think it was Salma.
I think it was. I can't remember, John.
I was about to say if it's Penelope, then you can't really blame him.
I think it might have been Penelope. I don't know. I'm probably wrong.
She was different gravy in the
90s. But I think. What was your other question? Sorry.
The side character then High Republic.
The actual era they might dabble in. Yeah. It's funny, John, it's something I've never really considered, that up to the Rise of Skywalker, that's as far as we've went in the timeline. We've not went beyond that yet. In TV or film, something tells me they seem to like going back the way to sort of, give more enriched history of the Star Wars universe, and I think it is a possibility, but I don't know. I think, are you constricting yourself a little bit, restricting yourself to maybe some time in the future, and maybe it doesn't work out and you're kind of stuck with maybe that kind of storyline and that look in the future? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. By the Old Republic, you've got some epic characters, man. Darth Bane, Darth Raven. I think it was Bastille. You get some epic characters, man. So there's, I'd love to see what was his name again? He's not canon now, I don't think. The guy from Dark Empire.
Oh, Kyle
Katarn.
Yeah,
I'd love to see a movie about that guy.
Yeah,
he was like Han Solo meets Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, was a pretty cool character. Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Is he not canon now? Is he?
I think he may be scrubbed out of canon now.
That's a shame.
Yeah. It was expanded universe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was video games, wasn't it?
I maintain I want to see Mara Jade.
I think
take a Mara Jade movie.
John, it would be epic if Taika went that way. Maybe she'll be the sort of lead character.
But Stephen, that's going down another rabbit hole regarding Star Wars. It isn't connected to Taika. I watched John Campea. I actually discussed it and I didn't connect the dots a couple of weeks back. The slate of Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy coming out and saying that they are done recasting beloved characters. Fucking women, honestly, that's women. I think she does it to spite.
Yeah,
I think she did, but we're not really interested. I think I'm paraphrasing her. She essentially says they're not interested in recasting younger versions of characters. She's fucking at it because of the disaster of Solo, and I don't even think Solo was a disaster.
It wasn't the casting either. That was the problem.
It was the movie.
I thought I can't remember the chap's name.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Glad you said that.
It was amazing.
But yeah, it was a good cast, John. It was a fantastic cast when you look back on it. Dryden Voss.
Yeah.
You know, Paul Bettany. As you said, Amelia Clark, John. It was a good cast.
Who should be the next Mira.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another.
Get Amber to fuck.
Yeah.
Get Amelia in. She's got great chemistry with Jason Momoa. They worked brilliant together in Game of Thrones.
John, it's funny. Just
she
before,
looks better, no?
Well, just before we wrap up here, you know, it's funny how we've not really touched on the whole Depp hair thing anyway, and we've not touched on Ezra Miller. What is happening?
Ezra Miller is gone.
Jeez, I'm telling you. But John, I mean, you might want to talk about this tomorrow.
I'll talk about Ezra tomorrow.
Just sort of touching on it, it is intriguing to find out where they're going with this Flash movie, because this was one of that it was accused of you know, not being a gentleman with you know, by her parents, and now the two of them have disappeared. John, the actual film itself,
that sounds like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
that's a movie.
I'm you know,
my dog's farted.
I obviously hope everyone's okay physically and mentally, but John, I think what's going to happen to this film? This is the one Michael Keaton's appearing in, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just losing my mind here, Steve.
Yeah,
my dog John, has let one rip.
It's coming over here now.
And it is just keeping on the Star Wars theme, it's how I always imagined that trash compactor scene to smell.
It's funny, John, you stay on Star Wars, that's not what I thought the trash compactors smell like.
That's what you thought, Han?
That's what I think.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
And Hoth, yeah. With the, what's that thing called?
I don't know.
Creatures,
not
can't
a
remember.
That's on Tatooine.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Tuk-tuk?
Can't remember.
I think so. I think that's a fucking ride. Is that not what you call the sort of transport, the little taxis in Southeast Asia?
Is it?
Likes of Indonesia and stuff like that.
I don't know.
I watch a lot of Dale Phillip, and that guy's always sort of bartering with them, haggling with them for price.
Tauntaun.
A tauntaun. I was close.
Yeah.
I was close.
Yep.
Tauntaun, yeah, it was evil. Stephen, I didn't even take in what you said there. I think you were speaking about the Flash.
Yeah, John, where does it go?
The movie's dead in the water, Stephen.
John, it's got Michael Keaton in it. It can't
dead
be dead in the water.
Man. It's dead.
Do you think
Ezra Miller is damaged, man?
Yeah.
He is going down. I didn't think it was possible for somebody else to go down the T.G. Miller, I think it was, route between the Deadpool movies, where he was like going on to trains and kidding on he had a bomb and stuff.
What are they going to do with it?
Lost his fucking mind.
Do you think they'll just release it on HBO or something like that?
Yeah. I think it's mostly shot now.
Yeah.
I think it is. If it isn't, then it's done.
John, this is the one with Affleck as well, isn't it, Batman? It was one of our most anticipated films as well.
Stephen, I've not even watched the Secrets of Dumbledore, Fantastic Beasts movie with Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
But Credence Barebones, he was great in it.
Yeah.
They were setting him up as some sort of relation, half brother to Dumbledore. But I've not seen the movie. I don't know if he's had a prominent role. Where did they go with this guy?
Yeah, no.
Warner Brothers have backed themselves into a corner with this guy.
Yeah.
They've put all their eggs in the one basket. And by not sacking him now, it's done. They sacked Johnny for less.
Yeah.
This guy was throwing darts at people. He was assaulting people doing karaoke. Fucking love it.
Yeah, there's something not right. There's something not.
What a guy, honestly, he's nuts.
I think the guy, you know, on a serious note, needs help. He really does, because
Stephen, he needed
this. The red carpet.
No, it was Comic Con. He turned up as Miss Peach.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Miss Toad.
There's been eccentric and there's been just downright off the wall, and you know, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with the guy. A fine actor, an absolute fine actor. You can't take that away from him, but when your sort of personal life and is sort of headlining or outshining, you know, your professional life and what you're known for, then that's when the studio will have to take a step back and consider what they have to do next with that film. I don't know, John, if they will cancel it. I think perhaps it will be released episodically on a HBO, because I don't think they want to fritter the money they've already thrown at the film.
Yeah.
Thinking from a studio exec's sort of point of view, this is, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Stephen, I'm just very briefly trying to find an image here.
Is this Ezra?
Yes. What a guy. What a man. Honestly.
Wow. It's like a Dalek.
It's like a Dalek. Honestly, I think this is maybe Met Gala or something. I'm not entirely sure, but they do dress slightly crazily. But only he could turn up at an event like this and not look completely stupid. But I mean, he doesn't. He actually pulls it off. Look, I do hope they get something. I hope they get the shit.
I could go a walnut whip now.
Hope they get the shit sorted out with him, because he is an incredibly talented guy. But look, getting back to Taika, man, I think it's possible that the movie could make a 2023 release slot if they are very efficient with the script processing. I don't know. I've lost the plot. Having a mini stroke again. If they can get the script sorted out, him and Kirsty Wilson Cairns quickly move straight while the iron's hot for the casting. Get this movie into production either the end of this year or the beginning of next year.
John,
not impossible.
I was just thinking, what if they went down the road of Robert Eggers and only cast 3 people? It's done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy. Just the 3 people.
You, man, imagine Robert Eggers doing a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Could you imagine it? Have you seen The Northman yet, Stephen?
I've not seen The Northman, John, but I would like him. I would like him to tackle
It was good.
Have maybe
the phone of Star Wars.
Maybe have Palpatine, Tarkin, and Vader all trapped in the throne room, and that's the film. Just dialogue heavy.
They're like Panic Room, but it's an elevator that's went out of business on the Death Star.
Yeah.
And they're just having their one-to-one intimate sort of counselling session, and you can just use.
You like me lightsaber.
Cast Tarkin as the same guy that done him in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston as Emperor. Or McDermott, just de-age him. And who could you do as Vader? Well, you just bring Hayden back in.
John, I know we'll probably touch on this on Wednesday or whenever. Obviously, it goes out after we've reacted. But I'm a little bit pissed with the lack of Hayden Christensen in this series.
Yeah.
I think
they're setting it up for the last 2 episodes.
I hope so. I hope we get to see him.
So.
Get to actually see him.
Get to see him.
Because
it doesn't make no sense just now, man. I know hope is completely destroyed just now.
It's a bit
when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
John, it's a bit. I'm talking about in the flesh, though. I want to see Hayden Christensen. Well, the flesh that's left on the character, that is. But I just want to see maybe a flashback or something.
This is what I thought we get.
Yeah,
I thought we get alternate angles of him round about the Clone Wars era with him and Ewan doing their thing. Building on that relationship, because whilst it was a good relationship in the 2 movies, probably the stronger one of the stronger things in the prequels was Anakin and Obi-Wan's bromance kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Just the nature of movies, and George tried to do 2-hour movies because he always says the 2-hour was the Havana, Shangri-La. If he could make 2 hours movies and get praise for it, that was him. He was made. You can't do it with 2-hour movies. You just can't fit all the necessary plot devices. Every other character gets fulfilled.
Especially when you try to sell toys.
And you give enough time to build these guys' relationship up. They just didn't have enough time, so it did feel clunky. And that's where the Clone Wars came in. And you had those 2 characters having their moments. That really enriched the relationship. But there's people who will not have watched the Clone Wars, so there's always scope for that. I'd love to have seen that in this TV show.
Yeah, I know.
Sadly not to be.
Another missed opportunity by Lucasfilm.
It's the 10-year-old Princess Leia and the third sister. That's what it should have been called.
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Princess Leia and the third sister.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan in small print. Also includes Ben Kenobi eating fish in the desert and getting rolled about in the fucking flames with Darth.
Yeah.
Because that's what you called him.
Yep.
If you've not seen A New Hope. Darth was the equivalent of James Wilson.
Yeah.
Darth Vader. Alan White. James, I don't know.
Taylor.
John Doe. Darth Vader. Darth was his first name.
Yep.
That's why Star Wars isn't Marvel, Stephen. We'll round it up on that note. It can't be Marvel because it ain't got 70 years of storytelling. It was on the hop. George didn't have a clue what he was doing. Obi-Wan's having it. Stephen, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole. I says I'd wrap it up on that. I ain't going to wrap it up on that. We have to discuss this briefly. This has nothing to do with Taika Waititi. This is getting back to Obi-Wan Kenobi. We simply have to discuss it. How in the name of fuck has Leia not referenced all of the things that are happening in this TV show in A New Hope? You served my father in the Clone Wars. General Kenobi or whatever, you served my father in the Clone Wars.
There's no mention about mind that time.
You mind that time you saved me from cracking my head off the ground and we had all these adventures.
It was always the impression that she knew of Ben, but didn't really have a relationship with him. It was more through her father. But there we go, Naked HD, just in time.
I've seen that in multiple channels now. So it's not just
Tinder just for sex. There you go. Thumbs up.
Bro.
Well done, bot. Oh, we're getting more in.
Right, we'll round it up in that.
Yeah, let's
we'll cut
run away.
We'll cut the legs out from under it.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on Taika Waititi? Taika Waititi. I can say it now.
Titty.
But I have to actually go full Antipodean. Taika Waititi. What is your thoughts? I can't do it. I can't do a New Zealand accent. I can't do an Australian accent. I simply can't do it. I need to go English and then do something to it, but I can't. Just can't do it. What's your thoughts though on Taika Waititi? What's your thoughts on his movie? Do you think it can make that 2023 release date? Do you want to see him exploring all the... Just what's your thoughts on all the things we've discussed? I'll not go through every single thing and list them out. You can share your thoughts down below if you've got anything to say on the topic, our discussions, anything we've touched upon at all can go down below. Thoughts on nakedhd.xyz, bro cheapest Tinder just for sex as well. Maybe comment on that. Put it down below in the comment section. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyeballs on this platform, all the same thing, but on Twitch. Hit the notification thing, follow over there, get us on there, doing the exact same fucking thing, but with no thumbnail, but a slightly higher bitrate. Regardless of what you do though, thank you once again for watching, and until the next time me and Stephen are done, I'll be back tomorrow. Stephen's having a siesta. Bye bye guys. Thank you for the comments as well. We're all off to sunny Spain, viva España, olé!